Think you can swill with the best?
Oh, Flan, isn't he grand? He owes something here that rhymes.
Enough of your yawping! For the sake of our ears, shut your mouth!
Sure, and you're an idiot.
You are all the same.
Grab the bitch! Faye, won't you let a caged bird sing?
Shit.
I'd hoped an audience of tone-deaf Danes might permit.
Are you Ciara? Hold her down!
Wonder of wonders. How much trouble can I be in at once?
Can't help you. This one comes with me.
No! She will answer for this insult!
Can't change your mind? You owe me.
Maleerach! What was that for?
To flush the ale from you. If you think I'm going to lock you to Tara, you're mistaken.
Tara? Wait, who are you?
Barrett sent me to collect you. He's waiting at the stables.
Ah, an envoy. Tell me, how much coin would an envoy be wanting, to speak nothing of the sprawl to Barrett? He'll tie a guard to my hip the next time I'm in Dublin. A man can be so sensitive sometimes, do you know what I mean?
I do. Barrett is my family.
Well, then I think my mouth has gotten me in enough trouble today.
Try opening it less. Works for me. Shall we?
Barrett has never spoken of you. What name do you bear?
Eivor. I hail from Norway, now settled in England with the rest of my clan.
A clan, eh? Are they all fist-thumpers like you?
It is because of these fists you live to sing another day, poetess.
So true. Barrett!
I was beginning to worry. What took?
There was... trouble.
No need to be so tense. Shall we ride for Tara? We don't want to be late for the coronation.
After you.
Quite the event, hmm?
Spared no expense, that much is clear.
Ciara, my lady, one of the priests has gone missing. A violent mess is left of his tent. I fear something terrible has happened.
Missing? Are you sure?
Could be nothing. Could mean danger. Where's Flan?
He's not yet arrived.
That gives us some time. Ciara, act as if nothing were amiss. Barrett and I will look into it. Where is this tent?
Up the hill, to the left.
Be careful. Any story?
The priest is dead, and so too are his killers. Bandits. I found this. It's an order to kill Flan. One of them was to disguise himself as a priest. Cut Flan's throat during the coronation.
Right under our noses.
Why take the risk? Why not poison? Or striking at him in his sleep?
Poison can fail, and to kill him in his sleep lacks spectacle. But your point is sound. The killer would not have made it out alive. He was ready to die. Whoever plotted this is intent on seeing Flan fall. We need to warn him.
After the coronation, I will not have this gnawing at him. Flan earned this. He will enjoy it. Meet him afterward at his quarters in Duro. He will make time for you there. Now, if you will take my excuses, I need to tidy up.
Come along, Eivor.
The water was not that murky, was it?
You don't know much about the role of a poetess, do you, Eivor?
Enlighten me.
I will. Well, what are you waiting for? I asked to be excused. That meant you as well.
I see other kings here. News of Flan's inauguration has reached far and wide. Come, we should join them.
Is that him? Flan?
Yes,
What are they doing?
blessing him. Abbot Owen is the highest-ranking official among the Christians. His blessing asserts that Flan is ready to fill the boots of his predecessor. It is all done before the Lia Fall, a sacred stone that is said to endow the rightful kings with long reigns.
Does it work?
Depends on what you consider long.
Coronation's along. Where is the food?
You have not changed.
I am here. I may as well enjoy myself.
Flan for edin yicik hokut tu alçak dois donach forgrit forbaniat nar Robswan, Robsudin Yariga Rim Koabra Noko give up Dina Brekta Ribasavra Film bunye doğum lava Luat gan knetjam Korop sudin schlicht not bogenjem Flan for Erik Flan for
Alleluia! Eivor, I am glad to see you. I reckon Flan and Barith have found common ground, seeing as you're still here.
They have.
Ciara, and how much of your charm seeped into that conversation?
I merely showed the High King I'm a nose he can trust.
It is more than that. You've certainly left your mark here. Sure, I think Flan is fond of you.
Is he the only one?
You're not shy, are you?
Just perceptive. We need to curry favor with as many kingdoms as we can. Flan said you could help with that.
Aye. The kings of Ireland have long sent their grievances to the High King's court in hopes their pleas be heard. Their problems range from petty squabbles to larger issues. I've taken the liberty of sifting through them, choosing the ones that might elicit the best response.
I see. The bigger the favor, the bigger the reward.
There you have it. Keep an eye out for pigeon coops. That's where I'll leave any noteworthy tasks. Help solve their woes, and the kings will pay tribute with the men and supplies we need to invade Ulster.
You sing with conviction.
It is the mournful song of the Lia Fall, the ancient stone you saw at the coronation.
That stone. It seemed to...
The legend is that the stone will bring woe. But The song claims if Ireland came to peril, the stone would rain a storm of wonders.
From where would the song draw this wisdom?
I do not know, but my mother sang it. My mother's mother sang it as well, and her mother and hers. Back to the very first woman of the Isle. The mere sound of the words connects me to my ancestors and this fertile soil.
You are lucky. I've left my land far behind.
You need not leave to feel the land change beneath you. That's why I'm stuck in this court like some sort of dancing goat.
Surely you can leave any time you wish.
I can, and I will. But not until Flan rules all Ireland.
Is he such a great man as that?
He understands that to be king is to be king of all. Though I'm pagan, he made me court poet. He respects the old ways.
I admire your passion.
Thank you for that. Not everyone is so appreciative.
I appreciate you for all your qualities, Ciara.
I've got more than a fine voice for singing, if that's what you're asking. Is that what you're asking?
I'm asking if you'd like to take advantage of a Norse who finds herself alone with a bewitching Irish woman.
Ciara, don't you have a way with words, Eivor? And I'm not saying never.
I understand. I all but forgot. Flan sent me to remind you to begin his ballad.
He needn't worry. I know my purpose here.
If it is as glorious as that song was lovely, Flan is certain to gain many followers.
Good night, Eivor. I'll see you in the morning. Slan.
Good night, Ciara.
Come, the army has been poisoned.
Curse of Loki.
Speak, our son! Who?
That's the man, my king!
You accuse Bareth?
It's him what gave me the poison. 7 silver he paid.
The king of Dublin.
My king, I...
Only the Irish were poisoned. Your Danes are hale and hearty.
My lord.
Flattering words and servile gifts, all to mask treachery.
My lord, you know this cannot be true. Danes don't use poison, and Bareth is no man of guile.
My king, it was him! He says to me, poison the feckin' Irish, he says. He threatened me life!
Silence!
Ah!
Take this man away!
No. I done nothing!
Ciara, I chose to place you at my right hand because you see clear. Still, I cannot trust this Dublin Dane.
My king, I have faithfully served you.
Trust him better, Lord.
I said silence. Danes often fight for either side. Bareth, stay within these castle walls while I consider your position. I must first find care for my soldiers.
You well know, my king. I have a friend who can heal most any malady.
One of your scattered coven of forest-dwelling pagans?
Let me speak with her. She'll find a cure.
Ara, go. Take a soldier with you for protection.
I choose you as my soldier. Meet me at the stables near the front gate.
Bareth, you should be grateful your head is still upon your shoulders.
I am. By the gods, I am.
Come, let us find my friend Deirdre.
Who is this healer?
She is a druid. Wise, despite her youth. Are you ready?
I am curious to meet her. Poor Bareth. I'm disappointed that Flan even considered the accusation true.
The poisoning had 2 goals. Disable our army and put the blame on Bareth.
But who's behind it?
The soldiers cough blood. It must be the poison, used by a druid cult, the children of Danu.
Who are they?
When the Christians came with sword and fire, some few druids banded together. Eventually, they vowed to destroy the Christians. They turned to mayhem and murder. Many disguise themselves and live among the villagers.
What of Deirdre and druids like her?
True druids oppose the Danu. but they are scattered and disorganized. That is why I am so determined to help Flan to the throne as High King of Ireland. He will stamp out the children of Danu, leaving true Druids to carry on.
Ciara, are you ready at last to return to the joys of the forest?
Deirdre, this is my friend Eivor. I'm sorry to say we've come for help.
Fair me. I hoped the auguries were mistaken. Children of Danu,
Yes. Flan's army is spitting blood.
you know what is needed.
I'd hoped you'd find another way.
What is this about?
The children of Danu make the poison, but they also hold the key to its cure.
Amber, made from the sap of an ancient tree sacred to them. Each child of Danu carries a shard of this amber.
Once steeped in its owner's blood, the power that is held deep within the amber is set free.
This is a somber request. How will I find one of these dark druids?
A friend of ours tried to discover the identities that Danu have taken. He hoped to find one called the Wren.
Then that friend was killed. The Danu are truly dangerous.
You may find something in his abandoned house, up north near Port Ollie trading post at the mouth of the Ballysadare.
I will find this wren, steep the amber in his blood, and return once I have done.
I pray the spirits guide you. Eivor! I worried you'd come to harm.
I did not, but the wren did.
May the wren's blood ooze into the lonely earth and feed the forest with red milk. Give me the shard for the cure. The humors of the ancient tree live on in the amber now sparked by blood. Look, it turns deep crimson. The cure will be painful. The soldiers will writhe and plead to be killed as a mercy. But in a few hours, they will be well.
Thank the spirits of the earth.
The wren carried a note.
A note?
The poisoning and the plan to accuse Bareth was the doing of someone called the Cursed. There is a cottage in Tuam where the Cursed hides. Perhaps we can find who made the poison there.
It is a small hope, but hope still. It is nearby. We must go.
Not yet. The cure is prepared. You must deliver it as quickly as you can.
I will look for this mysterious Cursed. You take the cure to Cashalor.
3 or 4 drops on each soldier. No more.
Thank you, good friend. Goodbye. Eivor, I'll meet you under the tree outside Tuam, heading south.
The Cursed will be your second child of Danu, Eivor. There are others. Were you to bring me all their shards, I could mix you a potion that would give you the force of the blazing sun.
I will fell this one. Then I will think on the others and your mysterious son.
Before you go, there is a darkness rolling toward Ciara. Please watch over her.
Eivor!
Has Bareth escaped Flan's wrath?
He has, and is much relieved. The soldiers are coming back to themselves. What have you learned?
The Cursed will perform a sacrificial ritual.
Sacrifice? Faye, the Cursed is then a High Druid.
I learned that she is. But what does that mean?
She wields great power. She will be protected by her acolytes.
Not only her acolytes. I also learned the ceremony will be protected by what was it? A pook.
A puka? That will be dangerous, but we've no choice. The ritual will likely be held at Carnagan. We must look there.
What is a puka? A kind of animal?
A kind of animal? I will explain on the way. Come.
You promised to explain about the puka.
Sure, they were once marvelous creatures, able to take the forms of any animal. Now, they're dangerous.
Is this a jest?
Have you no such creatures in Norway?
There is Fenrir, wolf to the gods, but he is unusual.
Well, pukas are common in Ireland.
Pukas. Sacrificial rituals. Is this your world?
The children of Danu are an aberration. True pagans oppose them. Flan knows our traditions will disappear without his support. He has pledged not to let that happen.
It is beautiful.
I used to wash away my cares and pain in this pond. Would it be all right if I...
Of course.
As a young girl, when the Christians cleared the forests of Druids, I fled and stumbled on this spot. How would I survive? My friends, the world I knew. Soon, I turned to the children of Danu. At first, they pledged simply to keep the old ways alive. Then, one by one, Druids turned to dark rituals.
Then they turned to worse.
Yes, even murder. I disavowed the children, and now pray for their destruction.
The High Druid spoke of some sort of awful night.
Fantasies, an ancient fable of a people long lost. The Druids are now dispersed without a champion.
You have King Flan.
My hopes are placed in him, but am I a fool? He has no deep love of the past. He hopes to build a new Ireland. He pledges that my people will be part of it. But once he's king, storms will come. I cannot know where he will take refuge.
You are no fool.
You and I have been through much together. We came near death. I would like to celebrate life.
Is this why you brought me to this place?
'Tis a lovely glen. Perhaps we could pass some time here.
I would like very much to pass some time with you.
Aye. Lovely. Lovely indeed.
Eivor, I have you and Ciara to thank for curing my men. Even if the source of this succor does not sit easily with me.
Not all Druids are your enemies, Lord. It is the children of Danu who attacked you.
Ciara has told me of this Druid cult. They are no great threat if they must strike from the shadows.
Perhaps they only sought to sow doubt among their enemies, and the friends of their enemies.
I regret my earlier distrust, but I've seen too much Irish blood spilt by Danes to give trust easily.
I know what it is to be bloodbound, Lord. It burns so bright it can blind to all else.
So, King, if Allach is the prize, how do you mean to take it? The ring fort there is the strongest in all the lands.
Yet the kings of Allach dwell outside its protection, foolishly leaving themselves vulnerable.
Still, that's a long march over uncertain soil. Your army will be exposed to forces unknown.
Abbot Owen has offered land at Clogher, where our army will make camp. From there, we move on to Allach.
This just arrived. The kings of Allach want to talk peace.
They surrender before you touch their soil. I know those who would die for such a reputation.
I don't like it. The wording is vague. Asking much and promising little.
What's the harm in hearing them out? If we start with the sword, we have nowhere else to go. They know me, they'll listen.
You would speak for me.
If you would honor me with your trust.
Do you have an opinion, Eivor? Or will you simply side with your cousin?
It is not my decision to make, Lord. Too much is balanced on the edge of Skull's sharp blade.
So, you would leave it to your fate. Drift along like a leaf on the river. My life has been one of warfare, plots and intrigue. I have never known the trust of a brother, and do not give mine over easily. Bareth McEivor, King of Dublin, I hereby authorize you to speak for me, Flan, High King of Ireland and all of her people.
I will honor the faith you have placed in me, my king.
Do I have your blessing to accompany Bareth, King Flan?
I'll not waste our time on formalities, Eivor. But you'll not be going with Bareth. I need you elsewhere.
Tell me where.
You must build up some goodwill among the northern Aile, as you've done for other kingdoms. Ciara will provide the details at the pigeon coops.
I will earn you their favor, Lord, for the trust you've shown my cousin.
God has heard my prayers.
You flatter me, Lord, but what's wrong? Where's Bareth?
He's not returned, nor have 2 messengers sent after him.
This cannot be simple misfortune. It hints at some dark design.
Let me go after him, Lord. If he lives, I will find him.
Even with your cunning and guile, you would not go unchallenged. Not without a king's pass, and few Vikings have those.
I'd wager a few from Donegal do.
Donegal, a Norse settlement.
A port on the western shore. A fair bit of their trade finds its way to Alyach, so someone there is bound to have a pass.
Is this port well guarded?
It's crawling with Norsemen grown lazy on success. They'd not expect someone to go Viking on them.
Good. I'll go to Donegal now and get one of these passes. With your leave, Lord.
If it means fewer lives lost, you have my blessing. Eivor, you did well at Alec. We march in the morning. I think it no small thing for you to lead my honor guard.
Did you not get Bareth's message, Lord? You must pull back, not move forward. This ruse is part of a larger trap, not yet sprung.
Bareth believes to know the minds of these kings, but the church has taken root and flourished since my uncle's day.
The church is behind the plot against you. Did the message say nothing of Abbot Owen?
King Neil and King Donal were doubtless seeking to cast blame elsewhere. The church is a convenient scapegoat.
What if there's some truth to Bareth's suspicions?
Owen is the abbot of Armagh, God's appointed in Ireland. I cannot doubt him on the word of a friend.
You mean a pagan?
Why are you all still here? Did my message not get through?
It did, but King Flan is not convinced.
You must pull out a clawher now, my king, before we are surrounded by Owen's army.
You do not command me, Bareth McEivor. If there was an army, my scouts...
Your scouts are dead. Baldur's blood, Flan. How many must die before you learn to trust?
You forget yourself, Bareth. Do not invoke your false gods in my presence.
Listen! What's that?
Owen's wolves have arrived. I didn't come this far to die in a tent, my king.
They're under attack!
Come on!
A hero's funeral. Bareth has become a greater man in death than he was in life.
Or maybe we were too small to see his full size.
A harsh truth. But fair. He saw more clearly than I. And I ignored his counsel. Owen will pay for his death.
What then? When the abbot is gone and you've tamed the north? What of Siegfried? Will you give him your royal support?
When he has proven himself. It would not be good politics at this time.
Trolls take your politics. Bareth gave his life in your service. If this is how you repay loyalty, you'll be in short supply.
Twice you stung me with truth. I'll return the favor. Siegfried isn't ready. But he could be, with proper teaching.
Good. He'll benefit from your wisdom.
And my support. But neither throne will be secure while Owen lives.
We'll throttle the snake. And afterward, the fate of this land will be in your hands. Yours and Siegfried's.
The horses are being made ready, my king. Sure you don't want to rest your bones and leave by dawn's light?
My thoughts ride too rough for sleep. I've an army and reputation to reclaim. The second may prove harder than the first.
My mother used to tell me how the Morrigan would feed on the death of heroes, then fill men's heads with thoughts of war. I imagined using the Tara Stone to drown out their song, the way Bishop Patrick drove the snakes from Ireland.
There's no power strong enough to do what you say. Not even the gods can change fate. The world is destined to end in war.
'Twas naught but the fantasy of a young girl's soul.
Tell Flan I'll come to him after I've arranged things with Siegfried.
Tell him yourself. I'm not leaving yet.
Eivor, come in. Siegfried tells me you've been hunting pirates in the north.
Allies of Amma, providing weapons and other supplies. I've cut them off.
God is truly with us. Owen is weakened, and will soon taste God's justice.
Do you have the men to take Amma?
We do, thanks to Siegfried. He has rallied Vikings from every corner of Ireland.
How did you convince the Norse to fight for you?
I told him of a monastery full of silver to be looted.
Your father would not have made such a promise.
And he would not have raised as many men.
Cannot win the goodwill of the people by destroying their homes, or their church.
But, my lord, these men came expecting a raid. If we deny
If I
them
may,
that...
I think in this case some burning might be useful.
Tell me how.
When we were attacked at Clother, Owen didn't stop there. He burned Cashel as well, to send a message. It is our turn to light up the land with fire and smoke to let the people know that Amma has fallen.
Burn what you must, but keep your warriors leashed. Kill only those who oppose us and spare the church.
As you command, my king.
There is something else. Abbot Owen leads the children of Danu.
So, the poisoning, the ambush, they were all part of Owen's nefarious schemes. We'll cleanse our ma of this unholy filth. Siegfried and I will prepare our men. Join me when you're ready. Choose a good view, dear poet. It'll be a battle for the ages.
Thank you for not saying anything about my past.
The past is past, not our future.
I swear, Eivor, you really are like a hero out of folk tales. Do I have permission to sing your song?
You do. Once I've had a chance to finish it. What has happened?
They have summoned Flan. I hope he shows soon, if only to end this bickering.
Speak.
Lord, there has been much deliberation these last few days. News of Owen has spread like a mountain fire.
The people are frightened. We are unsettled, to say the least. A trusted abbot unveiled as a pagan conspirator.
The Druids have permeated the church at the highest level. There's no telling how far down it goes.
Something must be done. We must rid them of this land. Begin an inquisition.
How dare you speak like this? Owen acted alone.
He belonged to a sect. There are others like him. Do you deny it?
I do not deny it. But then you will speak only of the children of Danu.
A weed that grew from Druid roots. If we allow it to thrive, how can we ever be certain this will not happen again?
Flam, I do not like what these men are implying. Do not entertain this.
You would presume to tell your king what to do. You, who share those Druid roots. You even know this sect by name. Perhaps, like Owen, there is more to you than meets the eye.
Bastard!
Enough! Speak to her like that again, and rats will sup on you. Alive.
Apologies, my king. Poetic. I do not mean to cast suspicion, only to draw a very real comparison. We do not know from where the next threat will come. and we cannot simply hope that it will not come. We must put aside our differences and come together as Christians if we wish to preserve an Ireland under God.
Flan, if you do this...
I know well where you stand, Ciara. Are there any others who wish to speak?
I will. This gathering shows us something very clear. That there is solidarity in this cause. If we do nothing, the weeds will continue to sprout, leading to unrest across the kingdoms. But if we act, begin an inquisition, it will lead to unity this land has sorely lacked.
These are my people, Siegfried!
And there are those within who threaten the very fabric of this land. Can you really stand there and defend them?
Anyone else?
What is being proposed is a bold strategy, the consequences of which cannot be properly weighed just now. You must allow time to reflect, Lord.
Every moment we waste weakens our position. Lord, we kings are all in agreement. There is but one move to make.
We will launch an inquisition. Every druid will face a choice. Reform or exile. The future of Ireland is a wholly Christian one.
Ciara,
Get out! Leave me be!
what is this? What are you doing?
Flan, spineless fool. What was he thinking?
He saw an opportunity to unite the kingdoms. He seized it. It is what any king would do.
Do not defend him.
I am not, but consider what would happen if he ignored these allied kings. You're right to be upset. But you know Flan best. This was not a decision he made lightly. Let us go back and talk with him. If anyone can convince him to reconsider, it's you.
Oh, I will. Whether he wants to or not.
What?
I am sorry, Eivor. I cannot let them erase us.
Eivor! Can you hear me? Eivor! Are you all right?
Did you see Ciara?
I expected her here. Eivor? What is that? You think it's Ciara?
It must be. I do not know what she's trying to do, but she's angry.
This is my fault. I must speak with her.
It may be too late for that. She said she would not let you erase the Druids.
But what means will she use?
The Leah Fall. I think she'll try to use it to stop you.
A stone?
It's an ancient part of her lineage. There may be more to it than myths and legends.
I knew my decision would upset her. But I was certain she could find a way to understand me.
It was no simple decision. By choosing one, you betray the other. Choices that weigh heavily require ample time to reflect, if you are to find the best outcome.
I acted rashly. I listened to frightened men, Eivor. Men whose loyalty I hungered for.
Clear your head, Lord. We're nearly there. Ciara!
Leave! Leave now!
Ciara!
You want to rid the world of us? I'll rid it of you!
Where is she? Oh dear.
The sword, Flan. Stay close to me.
Eivor! What do we do? Fight! These are my
Listen, you have taken the reason somehow. Defend yourself! I cannot let you walk this path.
You would stand in my way? You of all people would understand!
I do! This is too far!
Sure, Ciara. There can be peace between us.
Just another laugh!
God's will be done!
Keep your guard up.
Ciara! Where are you? Ciara!
Flan?
I will raise the stakes. How about the king's blood on your hands?
Eivor!
This is not a force you can control, Ciara! It will consume you! It's enough, Ciara! Surrender now!
Nothing but a ruthless raider. Hollow inside. You speak of honor. Where is yours?
You know!
With Varith, his son, another pawn in this endless war.
He is my blood!
Ah, yes. And you will throw away all reason to defend what you are sworn to. I am no different. My people will live to see tomorrow, if it means I have to kill you today. You are unrelenting!
Battle hardened over many victories. Do not make me add another.
Do as you must. As will I.
Ciara, before it's too late.
I will die for it, let them trouble us. I told you I would never see the Druids into darkness. Why pretend to be my ally?
I pretended nothing. I thought. I hoped you could be better. Better than Owen.
Don't compare me to that demon!
No. Look around you. You set in motion what the children of Danu hoped you could. You became the vessel for their blood.
I always have been. After Mother died, I became the last. The last who could awaken the Leafal. Never did I think I would use this gift so foolishly.
What now?
It ends. Owen, the children of Danu, they only exist in pursuit of the stone's power, and I am the key to unleashing it. You must kill me. Kill me, Eivor. If I die, Tara's power dies with me. and there will be nothing left to lead my people astray. The old ways will return. Let me do this. Let me save them. Please.
You may be the key to this power. The stone is the source. Destroy it.
You know I cannot.
Your ancestors are souls in another realm. They will not despair of this stone's loss. Sometimes we must sacrifice what we treasure most to protect the ones we love.
Bury the past. Build the future. Until we meet again. Flan.
Ciara. I bow my head in contrition. I fail you. I failed you and the true Druids of Ireland. For that, I truly apologize. I will speak to the kings and undo my rash decision. The land you have wished for is secure.
I hope it is so, Flan. Farewell. Farewell, Eivor.
Where will you go?